Every Spider-Man story begins the same way. A young man is given incredible power and learns that every choice comes with a cost.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
But what if we've misunderstood? Spider-Man. Oh, alone.
I lost Gwen. She was my MJ.
They got the shooter. He's headed south on 5th Avenue. He's got 3 cars in pursuit.
We think his greatest battles are fought against monsters. But the battles that define us are usually invisible. Every version of Peter Parker eventually faces the same question. Not whether he can save the city, but whether he can survive watching life move forward without him. Maybe Brand New Day isn't really about an invisible villain. Maybe it's about something far more terrifying. The moment you realize the people you love can keep living beautiful lives without you. And the hardest battle isn't stopping them. It's learning to let them go. There's a kind of heartbreak we rarely talk about. Not losing someone, but slowly becoming a smaller part of their life. Most relationships don't end with a dramatic goodbye. They end quietly. A message takes longer to answer. Conversations become shorter. One day, you realize life kept moving, and somehow, you weren't invited into its next chapter. Psychologists call this role loss. When we've spent years being someone's protector, partner, child, or friend, we begin believing those roles are who we are. So when life changes, it doesn't just feel like we've lost a relationship. It feels like we've lost ourselves. Maybe that's why Peter struggles so deeply. Not because the people he loves stopped caring, but because they learned how to keep living. And somewhere along the way, he forgot that he could too. Before Peter's body begins to change, something else changes first. The story he tells himself about who he is. Most of us think we know who we are. But if you strip away your job, your relationship, your achievements, even the expectations other people place on you, what's left? That question is more terrifying than any supervillain. Psychologist Erik Erikson believed identity isn't something we're born with. It's something we spend our lives building. And when the foundation of that identity is built entirely on being needed, losing that role can feel like losing yourself. Maybe that's why Peter's transformation feels so disturbing. His body is changing because the person he's been trying to be no longer fits the life he's living. Sometimes, the hardest part of becoming someone new is admitting the old version of you can't come with you. Spider-Man has fought monsters from outer space, mad scientists, symbiotes, and men driven by revenge. But none of them may be as dangerous as the enemy he cannot see. The most dangerous enemies rarely announce themselves. They don't wear masks. They don't destroy cities. They quietly change the way you see yourself, until one day, you no longer recognize the person looking back at you. Maybe you've met this villain before. Anxiety that convinces you you're falling behind. Loneliness that whispers, no one would notice if you disappeared. Grief that lingers long after everyone else has moved on. They don't leave bruises, but they can reshape an entire life. Perhaps that's why an invisible villain is the perfect enemy for Spider-Man, because the hardest battles were never meant to be spectacular. They're fought quietly, inside ordinary people, every single day. And like Peter, most of us are searching for the courage to face what no one else can see. If letting go hurts so much, maybe it's because we were never designed to do it easily. Long before we understood the world, we survived by forming attachments to our parents, our families, our communities. Holding on wasn't just emotional. It was how we stayed alive. Psychologist John Bowlby believed attachment is one of our deepest survival instincts. We don't just become attached to people, we become attached to who we are when we're with them. That's why losing a relationship often feels like losing a version of yourself. We often think we're afraid of change, but what we're really afraid of is becoming a stranger to ourselves. The job that defined us, the relationship that gave us purpose, the dream we built our future around. Letting go of them can feel like erasing our own story. Maybe the goal was never to stop loving what we've lost. Maybe the goal is to carry those memories forward, without letting them keep us from becoming someone new. That's not forgetting. That's growing.
And that's when hope is needed most. No matter how buried it gets, or how lost you feel, you must promise me that you will hold on to hope. Keep it alive. We have to be greater than what we suffer. My wish for you is to become hope. People need that. And even if we fail, what better way is there to live? As we look around here today at all of the people who helped make us who we are, I know it feels like we're saying goodbye, but we will carry a piece of each other into everything that we do next, to remind us of who we are and of who we're meant to be.
We often think acceptance means giving up, but acceptance isn't about approving what happened. It's about refusing to let the past decide who you become next. Psychiatrist Viktor Frankl believed that suffering itself doesn't define us. What defines us is the meaning we choose to create from it. Peter can't change everything he's lost, but he can decide what those losses will mean.
All the things you've been thinking about, Peter, make me sad.
Can't you understand? I'm in love with Mary Jane.
Peter, all the times we've talked of honesty, fairness, justice, all of those times I counted on you to have the courage to take those dreams out into the world.
I can't live your dreams anymore. I want a life of my own.
You've been given a gift, Peter. With great power comes great responsibility.
The people we admire aren't those who never break. They're the ones who rebuild without becoming bitter. Every new chapter asks the same question. Will you spend your life chasing who you were, or become who you're capable of being? Maybe that's what a brand new day really is. Not a day where nothing hurts anymore, but a day where pain no longer decides the direction of your life.
We ready?
But Peter's story isn't the reason we tell stories like this. We tell them because, sooner or later, every one of us wakes up to our own brand new day. Maybe that's why Spider-Man has endured for more than 60 years. Not because Peter Parker is extraordinary, but because, sooner or later, every one of us becomes Peter Parker. Maybe your brand new day wasn't caused by a supervillain. Maybe it began with a goodbye you never expected, a dream that quietly fell apart, a relationship that slowly changed, or the moment you realized the life you imagined would never arrive. We all have a day where the old version of ourselves quietly ends. But maybe a brand new day isn't something to fear. Maybe it's proof that life isn't asking you to become someone else. It's asking you to discover the person you were always capable of becoming. Every ending feels like the end of the story, until one day you look back and realize it was only the beginning. Maybe that's why stories like Spider-Man never really end, because eventually they stop being about Spider-Man. Every one of us will have a brand new day, a day where life asks us to become someone we never planned to be, not because we wanted to, but because we have no other choice. Not because we wanted to, but because we have no other choice. Maybe courage isn't holding on forever. Maybe courage is believing that even after everything changes, life can still become beautiful again. That's what Peter Parker discovered. And maybe that's what we're all searching for.
I know we all think that we're immortal. We're supposed to feel that way. We're graduating. But like our brief 4 years in high school, what makes life valuable is that it doesn't last forever. What makes it precious is that it ends. And I know that now more than ever. And I say it today of all days to remind us that time is luck. Make yours count for something. Fight for what matters to you, no matter what. Because even if we fall short, what better way is there to live?